Afternoon, TNT Super Fantastic Family. Today is Monday, marvelous Monday, February 11, 2019. Yours truly, Raymond 98 here, along with.
Good morning, TNT. It is a marvelous, marvelous Monday indeed. Probably the last marvelous Monday we're going to get to enjoy together in this capacity. So, great.
Yes, sir.
What's going on? We still got a whole lot of noise, and it's not me. But anyway.
Again? Okay. You see, this thing just might not want to work with my headset.
Sounds like a lot of. There we go. There we go. Oh, that means we can't hear Ray.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Oh,
I just had to switch over to this other system.
All right. So what's happening with it?
Good thing it
we got some information over the weekend, right?
Yeah, but let me get all the crazy heads calm down and the freakazoids, people that misinterpreted the text that went out.
What happened?
The text had Monday's calls at 1 o'clock p.m. starting all over again. And some of them actually thought it meant the whole RV process. It means first of the week, Monday. We started all over again. Last Monday, we were looking for, the banks were expecting us on Monday, and guess what? So this Monday, they were expecting us. So started all over again. Deja vu, sort of, kind of. But anyway, let's hear the updates from the weekend. Chronologically given, Saturday, Iraqi TV broadcasted a member of the Finance Department requesting that all ministries of the government receive a copy of the revised budget to get it ratified and ready for implementation starting on Monday. Iraqi TV aired footage of U.S. troops patrolling downtown Baghdad today. That was on Saturday. Iraqi TV is reporting that the budget will be printed in the Gazette in the next and will be enforced immediately upon its printing. U.S. banks are reporting an expectation of exchange activity possibly as early as Monday. Reported IQD screen rates are varying from $4.43 to $4.60, depending on the source. Now, we're trying to confirm a possible rumor of exchange activity across the pond, and that meant over in Iraq. We've had some discussion across the pond, meaning over in London. But for me, that meant over in Iraq. And, of course, the message says stand by for that one. It could take a while, and it's taking a while to get confirmation on that. Then we had some updates for Sunday. So let me jump to the Sunday updates real quick. And load it up. Iraq news. The federal budget is ready for implementation by the ministries and the governorates, although not yet published in the official Gazette. The ratification of the Presidency of the Republic on the budget makes it considered an effective and enforceable law. This gives the ministries and the provincial governments the right to legally use the budget to implement their plans. Then also Iraqi TV reporting Hakeem and Abadi this morning saying how important it is to complete the cabinet as soon as possible. And those are the updates from the weekend.
Okay. Great updates, great information, and the day continues. And I know it continues. We said on Friday, let's look and see if it's in the budget. Let's see what rate comes out, what happens. Well, one thing I can tell you guys for sure, if you ever tell Tish, if you see something, let me know no matter what time it is. I'm pretty sure she's going to do that. She's going to let you know no matter what time it is. And I know because it was 12:23 a.m. when she let me know that the budget was definitely in the Gazette. So, it's definitely in the Gazette. And I thank her for that. And I thank all 50 of you other people who sent me texts to let me know that it's in the Gazette. I really do appreciate it. But it is in the Gazette. In the Gazette, the rate is $11.82. It's not what you guys are looking for. Not what I was looking for, to expose everything and for us to be lined up at the bank right now. But I will tell you this. There are articles out today that tell you the rate of something else. So, for you article people, and for somebody who ever wants to post it in the forum, if Ray hasn't done it yet, there is an article out, and it is titled Kuwaiti Grant for Liberated Areas in Iraq. Kuwaiti Grant for Liberated Areas in Iraq. And is dated February the 11th, 2019. And it says the Kuwait Fund for Arab Economic Development on Monday signed a grant agreement worth 25 million dinar, about 85 million US dollars. They left out dinar, but that's what it was. If you go down to the bottom of that, read the whole paragraph, but you looked at it, it says they gave them 30 million dinars for energy, industry, and education sectors. 30 million dinars, about 98 million US dollars, as well as 4 grants to fund social sector projects worth 87 million dinars, about 286 million US dollars. Now, do they want you to know that? Were they supposed to tell you that before the announcement comes? Do the numbers, because I know you guys can add, multiply, and divide. That brings the rate out to $3.26. $3.26. That should be about what that is. So they're telling you that's the rate that they're using as of today to make their payments. Article came out today. Payments were made today. It is old saying, I don't care where you're at, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. That's the rate that they made their payment, $3.28. Now, it's right there in black and white. Everybody can see it for themselves. Tony didn't make it up. They wrote it up. Now, the bank was all excited all weekend. You know, Wells Fargo had some issues. Saturday, everything, Chase had some issues. Both of them, bank people came back saying we were getting ready for the RV. We were realigning the system. As of this morning, all banks are supposed to be realigned and aligned. Realigned and aligned. And they're all saying we should see something today or tomorrow. That's what they're saying. Now, tomorrow is the 12th. I don't know what day they got the operational rate set to exchange this month, because I would say something this week. That's what I was supposed to say. Something this week, not today or tomorrow. Sometime this week, you may see a change in lines in front of banks and people on phones and dialing numbers and bank accounts changing overnight. That's what we're looking for. That is the news of the day, because it's the only news that you guys want to hear, because it's all that matters. Iraq has completed their budget. Oh, they did say that they probably won't resolve the minister problem until the year 2020. They did put that article out today. They probably won't resolve the minister problem until 2020. They did put out that Maliki is going to get one of the vice president positions. I'll tell you guys, that's what he was fighting for the whole time. It's not any power. He's not going to get power, but he's going to get a position, which gives him the protection from being prosecuted. And that's what he was fighting for. And they said they had to give him the position because he still has significant influence with Iran. And Iran is backing him up. So, yes. Arco says they really don't have any choice in the matter because that was a deal that was brokered on the side. And that is where we're at. Getting ready, anticipating, and waiting to go to the bank at this point right now. All right, Ray, let's do it.
Okay. Let's see. Jim and KC. My bank's buy rate is 25% less than I pay for their sell rate. At our exchange, what are the bankers telling you will be the difference on the we're not asking them the difference on each currency on their buy and sell rates, guys. You have to call them and ask them that. Number 2, if the banks are still planning on exchanging the ZIM, will the calculation still be based on 0.60s and the rate?
If they are doing it, it's going to be based on deleting 6 zeros or 0.60s in the rate, yes. Now, if at an RV rate, last word we got from our community guys, they're using the actual rate, which is there today. There is a rate for the ZIM. And even at that rate, it comes out at $2 million per 100 trillion note. Or if they don't take any zeros off, it would be 20 million per 100 trillion note. But they're going to take the zeros off if they do it. Okay?
All right. Net Global says, given that the budget may be now passed and published, what are you hearing about the completion of the minister's cabinet? Is this still a requirement?
Yep, I already answered that.
Okay. Northern
I answered that from the beginning.
Right. Northern White Bear says, do you know what banks are doing the exchanging in Canada? No, we covered that before and referenced some bank names, but we don't know all the ones that are or are not yet. When we do, we'll let you know. Let's see. LV for Texas. This is referencing the question you had no recollection about last call. I still don't have any recollection about this multi-currency borderless account from TransferWise. Sorry, still know nothing about what that is. B for Real says, good morning. I recently learned that a cousin who has a private contract in Iraq years ago has currency with Saddam Hussein's picture on it. Is it too late for him to exchange that currency for the new Iraqi dinar? Well, I don't know anything about you exchanging it, but I guess the question is it too late to get some of the currency that's current currency that's good? No, it's not too late to get some, but I don't know anything about exchanging the Saddam currency with his picture on it.
Okay, the Saddam currency is worthless. Worthless. Nobody's going to take it. The bank's not going to take it. Nobody wants it. Save it as a souvenir. Put it in the box with the monopoly money, whatever you want to do with it. Nobody's going to give you any money for it. That's over. Now, what Ray is saying is if you guys are really, really smart, which I know you are, you just read the article. I'll tell you what the article was so everybody can go look it up for themselves. They gave it to you and let you know that the rate is over $3 right there in the article itself. So a smart person will be doing one of two things today. Out buying more dinar because they know it's going to be worth over $3, or out buying more dong because it's the thing to do. Okay, Ray?
Okay, Buffy Dinar says, my husband and I disagree on whether we should go for the contract rate. I want it, and he thinks I can't keep a secret. I might not. if the non-disclosure agreement goes on for 20 or 30 years, as Tony said years ago. But I heard Tony say that it was a much shorter period now than previously planned. Can Tony address what we can expect if we go for the contract rate and the time period we will need to not disclose the rate? And also the consequences.
All right. So my understanding is the contract rate, you guys, should be about 4 pages and should last for 90 days. 4 pages, 90 days is what I'm told right now your contract rate is. And that's enough to get through this. And it's simply about the rate. It has to say nothing about you saying that you sold dinar or anything else or any other foreign currency that I know of, because there's going to be millions of people out there saying that. So that's no big secret. So the only secret can be is how much you got, what was your rate. Okay? Now, I'm going to have to defer to your husband, because if he says you can't keep a secret, he knows you a whole lot better than I do. And it's typically women don't keep secrets anyway. So I'm going to go with him on that one, because the consequences are you could lose it all. And he's trying to lovingly tell you he can't trust you or can't keep a secret for $90 million or $4 million. Then it ain't worth losing it all, because you can't keep a secret. Now, I know you think you can, because most women think they can keep a secret, but, somehow I know it just doesn't come out that way. Okay, so you got it, but you guys discuss it. Go ahead, Ray.
Muhammad 68 says, I have been purchasing dong from Travelex for the past 6 years. When you say rates on the back screens, are those same rates visible at the currency exchange? Will I be able to exchange a small note there before I go to the bank? Will the rates be the same at Travelex?
Read that again. I got distracted.
Well, when it goes live, the answer is going to be yes. You just asked about the Travelex rates being the same as the bank rates that we're getting on the back screens. When it goes live, it should be the same everywhere, folks, because that's going to be the established rate, just like the rate's the same now everywhere, whatever it is. And when it changes, it'll be the same at Travelex also. We're just seeing it in advance when people are telling us it's on the back screens. We're just seeing what it's going to be in advance. 81 Blue says, have you received any updates on the revaluation of the Lebanese pound? Okay. At last 51, no, still don't have any confirmation on those exchanges this weekend. You want to say something else, Tony?
No.
Okay. Rev JHG. Is it possible that the rate figure comparing dinar to dollars with respect to the grant from Kuwait computed in Kuwaiti dinar?
Okay, good question, because somebody just sent me that question. So, guys, in reality, I didn't look at. They gave them 30 million Kuwaiti dinar that would equal that same price of $3 and something, but I was thinking more of what it would mean to Iraq as far as spending. So if we're doing budgets or they're giving them money, they can't spend U.S. dollars in Iraq anymore, right? And they can't spend Kuwaiti dinar in Iraq anymore. So I was thinking it was Iraqi dinar, not Kuwaiti dinar, what it would equal in their country for them to do business with in U.S. dollars. But here's an easy way to find out the answer to the question. Let's look at the other articles and see if somebody else has already donated and how they do that one. Okay? Now, either way, if it was Kuwaiti dinar, Iraq dinar, when the rate comes out, it's going to be about that. But we know at the bank yesterday, over the weekend, the rate was $4.60. So at one bank and $4.43 at another. But they could have agreed at all these conferences, this is the rate they were going to use for their donations. But anyway, that's how I looked at it. Okay, what's next?
Okay, Jim slipped this question back in there with clarification. He said, my question was what difference in the spread fee should we expect when we exchange currency? Will the banks really try to charge a 25% fee? What are the bankers saying they will charge? I don't see why the spread would be any different.
It shouldn't be any different than what it is today, and that's why we've said several times, call the bank and see what the fee is now. There's going to be a larger amount. They're going to get it. I know throughout the years they have tried to charge people 1% or 2% as a fee. We told you, I think 3 months ago, according to our committee member, the fee was going to be so small, nominal, that it wasn't even worth arguing over. And, I mean, the bank has to make some money. But look at it for yourself, whether it's 1%, 0.5%, 0.25%. I tell you, I know one guy who didn't pay any fees at all, but it was based on the amount of money that he had. They know they're going to be getting it back later. So if it makes that much of a difference to you, and I agree at some point, I'm not going to pay them 1% of $50 million just for doing some paperwork. No. 1%, 0.5%, 0.25% of, $100,000 is $1,000 for sitting there for 40 minutes. You know how much is going to be on $50 million for sitting there for the same 40 minutes? No. But that's just me. You have to look at it, see is it worth it, and then keep it moving.
To the live caller section. 865, first on. Here we go.
Hi there. Good afternoon, and appreciate the information. Especially appreciate the information on that article that you shared and gave the headline and everything else, because I was able to pull it up. Thank heavens for computers and the like. And what I'm finding intriguing about that article is that there are references to KD, which would be the Kuwaiti dinar. But it's that last paragraph, Tony, that you shared, where I think they're slipping things in on here, because Iraq has already provided 3 loans to finance projects. And then they give what the total is with that. And so if Iraq is the one that's providing loans based on the monies that they got from the funding, then that would be Iraqi dinar. That's my logic. Would you say that that's fairly sensible or not?
I would say I always thought you were a smart lady.
But now you don't.
That's my logic, too. Yes, that's my logic. I'm looking. Yeah.
You put it in past tense, and so I'm thinking, well, okay, great, okay, whatever. Okay, but again, I would really encourage folks to go out, and I will repeat the headline for it in case you don't. It's Kuwaiti Grant for Liberated Areas in Iraq. Dateline today at 16:28 Baghdad time. That's, was around 8:30 this morning that would have come out Eastern time here. So, other comments, Tony, you had said, I liked that little kind of opening statement of this, could be the last marvelous Monday we'll get to be spending together. I think that will help allay some of the fears, because right now there's a lot of chitter-chatter going around that somehow this might be getting extended into June, end of the quarter as of June 30th. And wanting to be sure that the likelihood of that happening is getting slimmer and slimmer, correct?
that in January they extended the ministers till June the 30th. They gave them till June the 30th to get it done. So everybody automatically runs to that date. It has to happen. So, and nothing's going to happen till the ministers are there, because that's what they were fighting for a long time. Well, now they're saying that Maliki has his position. He's going to be one of the vice presidents. They have two other people should be one of the vice presidents, even though they haven't announced it yet. They have an agreement. But also, today's article came out and said the minister situation will not be resolved until the year 2020. So now they've decided they're going to let it go. Are they going to let the RV go a whole nother year when they're qualified, when we know right now they're already now getting paid on the reconstruction efforts, and it was a requirement for them to revalue their currency in order to start getting paid, and now they are getting paid and what the rates are. And more importantly, our bank took a big step again Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I've heard from several of them, they all said it was realigning everything for this event and finally putting all the banks on the same alignment for this event. So while everybody's scared Monday and everything else, we're going to keep moving forward because that's what they're doing. Okay?
Yes, indeed. Well, the other thing you referenced, the publishing date on currencies and the UN operational rate publishing date is the 13th, which of course is Wednesday, with the effective date on Friday the 15th. And of course, there are a lot of banks that may be taking President's Day on the 18th off, so that gets into providing 3-4 days for Iraqi banks with their holiday Friday. That sort of thing. So things seem to be getting more and more in alignment. One other question that I have before letting you all go. In the past, you had indicated that there might also be an increase based on inflation on rates and the like. Some of these calculations, are those including that calculation for factoring in inflation, or is this just kind of raw numbers?
For Kuwait today, you mean? I mean, for what they did?
For Iraq. No, for Iraq.
Oh, okay.
That last paragraph.
Oh, I think that was the rate they all agreed at the construction or at the meeting to use in order to make their promises, not so they know where they were at. And that's how they're operating. Even though that's not the rate today, that's the rate they said we will use for this transaction.
Okay, but that was over there, and that's where I was kind of questioning here on this side of the pond, as when we're going in and doing our exchanging, whether or not factoring in for inflation, that could put it back up into the range that we had been more accustomed to hearing, getting closer to the 370 range, and you had alluded to that you were seeing banks saying 460, 443, if that was how they were doing it, was the percentage inflation thing that was factoring that in.
Yes, they're using an agreed upon rate. We're going to use the actual rate.
Okay. Good enough.
So, yes, inflation, the price of oil, what's going on. So they had to have something while they're to operate on. They couldn't guess, was it going to be $5, $6? I don't want to give you this much. I want to give you that much. So they said, this is the rate. How much do you want to pledge at this rate? And that's what they paid out. And I'm reiterating it so everybody else can understand what me and you were already talking about.
Right.
Over here, they're saying this is the price of oil, this is what the rate should be, and that's the rate we're going on when we exchange. So everybody's happy.
Well, whenever this actually goes into officialdom, we know that you will tell us that, and from that point, 10 days from there will be when our TNT post-RV Super Fantastic project is going to be, and that is what I think a lot of us are looking forward to doing, and we appreciate it. And thanks for all these snippets. We appreciate it. May this be our last pre-RV call. That would be so nice.
So nice.
We'll hold you to that.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thanks again,
have
guys.
a great
appreciate
day.
It. You have a great one as well. Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right.
Okay, sound check. You hearing that noise?
All right. Nope.
You don't hear the noise? Okay.
I just hear it just briefly, but go ahead.
972,
yeah.
You're on.
That,
the noise is back?
only when you talk. Sounds like you're in a wind tunnel, but it's okay. 972?
Good morning, fellas. Good news. Appreciate that.
Good afternoon.
All right. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Down here south of Dallas, standing beside a cornfield.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. No, Ray.
Wait, what?
It's just getting louder and
back?
louder. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's distracting. Sorry.
All right. Am I good?
All right. Now you're good. Now I can hear you.
Listen, I had a discussion with a longtime friend after I got involved with this Dinar in 2009. He was my first call. He posed a question I couldn't answer, although I'm on almost all of these calls. Can you run over the currencies that will be involved? I know there's some question about the Zim. There's certainly a question about Iran. The others, what are they? The Dinar, the Dong, the Rupiah. What else?
The Dinar, the Dong, the Rupiah. I don't know anything else to worry about. Dinar, Dong, the Rupiah. Afghani.
Afghani, okay, that's one I didn't have down. There was some chatter about Lebanon doing something. Did we just blow that off as it's going to be a residual effect for them?
If they do something, I'm not counting on it. I can't even remember. We started out with 7 currencies that were revaluing, and we were only concerned with 3. I was only concerned with 3, not the rest of them. Some other people jumped on the rest of them. So we lost maybe we lost the Zim. I don't know if we did or not. I'm just going to wait and see what that thing can go. But Iran definitely is not going to go.
Okay.
I know people keep thinking that it is, but I don't know who that makes sense to. We tell everybody else they can't deal with the real, but yet we're going to let it revalue and become stronger. I just don't see that happening.
Well, I've picked that up from your rhetoric in the past, and so I haven't counted on it, but it was just a fresh question from my buddy there. So, okay, that's all I needed from you. I'm going to sit on this call and soak it up. Yes.
Yeah, wait, you're going to get something extra, though, because Ray can't talk because of his noise, I guess, but if you can't answer a question for your friend, what do you tell him to do? Get on the call and listen.
Yeah, get on the call.
Get on the call and listen for himself then. As we work in the warehouse,
yes.
Tell him I said put it on the warehouse speakers and educate everybody. Okay.
That sounds like a plan. Listen, I'm ready to go silent and soak it up. So give us some more. Thank you, buddy.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right, Ray.
Okay.
That was for you.
281.
Hey, Ray, Tony. How you guys doing today?
Hey. I'm super fantastic.
Yeah, it sounds like it's an exciting day. I do have just some simple questions. Now that we know it's in the budget, the budget is in the Gazette, even though the rate didn't come out where we could see it as to what we thought it was going to come out with the rate in there, other than the program rate. In your opinion, where do you think they are in the process now in planning to get us to the banks? What's the next step in your opinion? Is it just that the 1-800 numbers has to come out now? Is that all, or are we waiting on something else?
I think that the bank has to say go, or Treasury says go, which could be later today, Could be tomorrow, First International Banking Day. Could be, sometime this week before the operational rates come out. Now, what's the procedure? Is once they say go, do they give us the information, give us a 30-minute heads up to do whatever we need to do before we send it out to you guys? I don't know what the plan is.
So
I know what would make sense is what I've been saying for them to make sure, and I'm going to reiterate it again because they're listening, for them to make sure they could have a site with all the information, with all the 800 numbers, everything. That way I won't get any of it wrong because they have a bigger server than my server, and in case somebody tries to attack it or something, they can fight it off. Everybody can go in there. It won't be shut down. And all I have to do is send out a referral link. And instantly, they got 100,000, 200,000 people ready to go. That would make sense. But we're going to see what they do.
So in your opinion, because I know you're not in the meetings or whatever, you're only going by what they tell you. But in your opinion, what has happened over the weekend with the budget is pretty much all we needed, and now it should be a go for us? Is that still pretty much what we're saying? The budget is in the Gazette, and now we should go.
That's what we're saying. The budget is in the Gazette. People already have it. The bank is saying they have a live rate. It's been sitting there live for 2 weeks without changing, without going back and forth, without going green, black, and yellow. It's just been sitting there waiting to be released. Their system was updated and aligned, not realigned within itself, and aligned with all the other banks. So they're all on the same page, and they are now ready to go when given the green light.
And that's coming from the Treasury, I guess, to tell them when to go.
That's where it's going to come from. Yep.
Okay, well, I guess that's we just wait and see what this week brings us. I was sure hoping it would have been sometime today. Do you think that it's still going to be after the markets close, whatever day it is? Or it could just happen anytime during the day?
Because the markets will only close on Friday. So
on Friday.
We have to wait till Friday. And that's what Catnip, I think it was in there, was trying to refer to because of the UN rates, market close, holiday weekend, perfect time to do it if we have to wait till Friday. But most of my banking people didn't think we're going to wait until Friday. They think it's going to be earlier in the week. Yeah. We got to remember what we were concerned about with markets. And getting people getting caught in transaction is I was told the market is already using the new rate just so that didn't happen. We're the last ones to get involved. So if the markets are already using that rate, truly, using that rate on the back screen, just like we thought when they were donating that money, then it doesn't matter what time of day.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate everything you guys have done for us and continue to do. And I will stay close to my phone. Hopefully, we'll get that magical tweet. That's what I'm waiting on. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Have a good day. Okay.
All right. Bye.
707. You're on.
707?
That's correct.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Tony, I've been listening to your comments about the Zim, and I'm quite confused in a way, and it's such an important part of my plan that, and I think it is for quite a few people, that last week you were referring to 2 cents, and today you're talking about what sounds like the same thing as far as the zeros and all that. Now, the last comment you just made was we may have lost it or may not. I sure would. Maybe you would feel the same way, but I would sure like something, if there's any confidence to relate to that.
Something that lets you know it is going to go or that it isn't going to
go. Either way. Just.
Well, I can give you what I've been giving you. The banks are telling me they're going to do it. And they're going to take the 50 trillion and the 100 trillion and they're going to process it. Now, my committee guy is telling me they're not going to do it. They just haven't been informed yet. So I said, we're going to have to wait and see. Now, the rate on it right now, if you use any currency calculator, it has a rate. And he said that's the rate right now because there's not going to be an RV rate. And it's not going to be right now because they couldn't come to an agreement with the U.S. The U.S. had a deal during the last administration, and they explained the deal, and that's why we were told to get it. New administration comes in. Now new administration on both sides come in, and the new administration in Zimbabwe is saying we can't live with that deal. It's not realistic, is what they're saying. So they've been at the table trying to go back and forth, come out with something that is realistic, something they can live with, and supposedly that didn't happen. Now, we don't know everything. It could happen, couldn't happen. Zimbabwe is coming out with new currency, which they said they were going to try and do this year and then this month. And now they've changed it back to this year once they build some confidence in their economy. So do we take it? We don't take it. I don't know. Does the Treasury still want those notes because of the deal that they had in place? I don't know. We're going to have to wait until it actually goes to see if it goes. Because the bank has been constantly saying one thing, and our committee guy has been constantly saying something else.
Sure gets confusing, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yeah. But you know what I say? Get more dong.
Well, I've been doing that too. And I think your advice on that is excellent. And several of the people that follow my actions have done the same thing. And so we certainly appreciate that. And so, like you always say, nothing beats a failure like a try.
That's right. So, all right, thank you, sir.
And see what happens.
Yep.
And, okay.
Guys, regardless what happens.
Thank you for redoing that. I appreciate the reassurance.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So, regardless of what happens here, I mean, if it's the rate we think it is, great. If it's not, if you get the contract rate for the dong or the dinar, if not, there's still going to be opportunities to take the money, whatever you get, and put it to work. That's what you need to remember most of all. Okay. I was talking to a guy yesterday. He's a preacher friend of mine. I know you guys don't believe I have friends that are preachers, but I got quite a few of them, to tell you the truth. And he was saying, I'm telling him what the rate is. And he tell me, well, when it comes out, I'm going. I said, you're going? What do you mean you're going? I'm going to get my money and be gone. I said, okay, well, there's probably a few people out there like you. Like, well, I don't care. Something might happen. It might go up. It might go down. It might go from 460 down to 350. So I'm going. I'm going to get it as soon as it comes out. And I can't argue with that because some people want to say enough is enough because that's enough to do what I need to do. Some people are going to take this opportunity for what it is once in a lifetime and going to get as much as they can. But either way, the real winner is the guy who takes whatever he gets and puts it to work instead of spending it. He figures out what we tried to talk about for years, how to make money with the money, and do what I plan on doing is spending my money's money, not mine. That's the kind of plan you should be having, and I don't care what it is. If you're getting 100,000 or 100 million, there is a plan for you to put some of that money to work, to bring in money, to build your interest up. And that's what you spend is the interest. And then when you put that to work, that's what you spend. And you don't spend this money, and you can have money forever if you can just be that disciplined to spend your money's money, not yours. That's all it takes. And you could have money forever. All right, there.
Okay, 281. 281 area code should be coming on.
Good afternoon. How are you all doing?
Hi there. I'm
super fantastic. How are you doing?
The nth degree.
I'm just fantastically great.
Okay, then. There you go.
I know that you did mention the 800 number, but what I wanted to know now, as of today, you're a committee guy. Is he saying something as of today that they're still going to give the 800 numbers out to us? Because I know, like you were saying earlier, that they were undecided. And under the circumstances, I really believe that is only the best way to do this, because it's going to be chaos, if not, at the banks, at the different places.
I agree with you. It can be more than that. It's going to start at the banks, but it'll end up in the street when everybody trying to figure out what it's all about. So
right.
I'm just hoping more intelligent people win, huh?
Right. Not just one person, but it could be several people that can get hurt behind this. And you all had a plan, and I believe that plan is the one that really will work and be, it's a very good plan. So that's why I was wanting to know. I know the other questions were about the 800 number, but I just wanted to know, as of today, Monday, are they still saying, they're going to give out the 800 numbers as of today? Because so much has changed here in these months.
Okay, as of today, that is the only system we know of, as of today. Now, I didn't talk to him today, so I don't know. But he told us there were people involved who were trying to change that because they think there's a better way, which is just let people walk in the bank, which is ludicrous to me. But as of today, we have not been made aware that they were doing away with the 800 numbers yet.
That's foolish. Now, when I had went to the bank last week when all the chaos was going on with the banks, and then I couldn't even get on the other bank that I deal with. They just kept saying it was busy, you're on hold, you call back, leave your number, and whatever queue you're in, we will call you back. I never got a call from them. And their site was totally shut down. And the other site, it just kept turning, wouldn't even take me up, saying temporarily it was unavailable. And when I went in the bank more than once, and it was giving me money that was not in my account. How about that, at the ATM machine?
Why you didn't call me then?
I gave it back. I put it back because they were not going to charge me for that later.
Okay. But the question is, why didn't you call me?
I have a good answer for that one. I don't have your number. I have your brother's number.
Oh.
You didn't call him?
I'm not surprised he didn't say, why didn't you call me?
He did.
But
so let me say this real quick while we're on this, okay? Wells Fargo has put out statements, guys. If you got fees or anything behind all that they were going to pay the fees. So there is a statement out there because people couldn't get it, and their mortgage didn't go through, or insurance payment, or whatever. But you have to notify them, let them know that they were going to pay the fees for all of that. Any transaction that costs you money. Now, any transaction that gave you money, you're right. They're probably going to take it back. But before they could take it back, I could have went to the casino and like doubled that money, tripled that money up, then get it back. No, I'm just joking.
My husband said, let's take it and go get some more Dawn.
There you go.
That's all that
Since
matters.
they giving it away, huh?
Yeah, that's all that matters to him. But I walked in the bank, and the little lady that knows me with glasses, she pulled me over to the side and told me what was happening. She said, "You coming in to buy some Dawn?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "We can't take your transaction today." I said, "Why not?" And so then she broke it down and told me what was going on, that they started the night before and it had flowed over into the next day, and they're trying to update the system. Well, the young lady that usually talked to me, her last day was Friday, and she was coming up when I was going out the door, so she got to talk to me outside, and she told me, no, they're getting ready to do some currency exchange. So, Miss Brady, you look for it. And I was like, okay, I got you. She told me, she said, I'm leaving, so I'm going to tell you. I said, okay. She told me because she said she's leaving the bank, so she told me the truth. I was like, oh, I needed to hear that. Okay, thanks. I was like,
That's
wow.
right.
So, in your opinion, do you think this time that we're really going to go in now, in your opinion?
It looks like it, guys. I don't see anything else that's holding it back. The budget, I mean, we could say the ministers again, but it looks like they resolve who's going to get what. They just haven't announced it as far as, even the vice president positions. But the article now saying they don't even care. They're going to extend it till 2020, which would put Mahdi in both those positions, and he's able to control the money. So, and that's fine with the U.S., I'm sure. I mean, Iran probably doesn't like it.
Do you feel like they need to RV in order for all of this to even out with the contractors and all of the situations that are going on over there with the money issue?
I figure they need the RV to rebuild the country, yes. And the people are watching that. They need to RV to have the money to just start all of the construction opportunities, to give people the jobs they need so they can spend money in other parts of the country, technology, in order for them to grow and become modernized. Now, you guys listen to this. Their budget, okay, is greater than 8 other countries over there in the Middle East combined. Their new budget. Now, where does that money come from if they're not going to revalue their currency?
Correct.
Okay. I mean, this is not rocket science. We're putting enough out there that we know this is getting ready to come, and it's effective immediately, because that's what it said, immediately. Then something has to happen the rest of this week. Okay?
That's right. That's right. And I believe you talk to ministers and preachers because you all have them in your family. And I know you know the Lord. So how about that?
You're right. But I would tell you, I do everything I can not to talk to my sister. And I love her to death. But I know I get a sermon every time I talk to her.
Oh, well, I can't play it like that with my family. I might get something said to me. But look, thank you so much. And you all have a great day. Have a God and good-filled day, a prosperous day. And I believe I'm going to be along with you. I believe this is the week.
All right.
All right.
All right, y'all. Take care.
Thank you. Tell your husband I said good luck with that.
He's listening. He's listening. You know he's in school for trading and trading and he's been really into it with the trading.
That's good, but I was just talking about good luck with dealing with you during the exchange.
I'm not bothered about you.
All right.
All right, bye.
360, you're on.
Well, good evening from Snow Country, or good morning, good afternoon from Snow Country.
Sure. Good evening.
I'm just trying to figure out how I can for sure get to the bank, given I may have to rent a dog's leg to do it. But like you said, Tony, whatever it takes.
That's right, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. The thing I am a little bit surprised about is, and nobody mentioned it, I thought maybe 404 CIA lady would mention it, but the idea that Maliki's not going to be a vice president. Did I hear you right?
Yep.
And that is acquiescence to the dark side, so to speak, I guess, of the government over there. Is that?
Yeah. You got to look at. They're saying they're giving him a position that's without power. Yet he's trying to give the position power. So legally, it's just symbolic position, the vice president positions. They don't do anything. But they're saying he's trying to be involved in doing things that the foreign minister would do, okay? They're saying that the reason they did it is because he has what we call, a dark government. No. Shit, I can't even think of it right now. Anyway, so he has people in the government, in places that he can still control, that he still has influence over. And they're concerned with that because they are all corrupt. And they're the ones who've been fighting everything that Abadi and Mahdi were trying to get done. Anti-corruption, everything else. It says that Abadi did not get to his second term because he had threatened to expose Maliki and charge him for all the corruption that he did. That's why they made sure he didn't get that second term. And Maliki had enough guys to go out and do that and cause that kind of problem. So while they're not concerned with him as an individual demanding something, they're concerned with the influence that he still wields in those areas and the fact that Iran is still backing him. That's why they gave him the position.
Well, I've always held that I didn't think it happened because he was one of the biggest thieves of all, from what I've been led to believe and what some of the writing has indicated. But anyway, I guess that's neither here nor there. We wait, and day or night you'll call us, eh?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay.
You said you wait my call, right? Oh, deep state.
Yeah, no, you know what? I got my little bag. Little bag. It's a haversack. So, and it's ready to go.
Okay, it's ready to go. Okay, then. Let's do it.
Remember, and keep them. No slackers in your team. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Have
Take
a great
care
day.
now. All righty. Bye-bye.
All right.
574. You are on.
Oh. 574.
574. 850. All right. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
574.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Was having some difficulties here. Question I wanted to, how you doing, Ray and Tony, first of all?
Fantabulous.
Good. Super fancy.
Nth degree.
Okay, two things real quick. So now with the budget being in the Gazette, and I know you mentioned the status of the banks and everything like that. is there any way that you can narrow down the expectation this week? And then the second question is, where can I actually go to see a copy of the Gazette?
Okay. I could narrow it down to 2 days when they think it's going to be. But if it doesn't happen those 2 days, then everybody's going to be down in the dumps. So I'll do what we already said. It'll be sometime this week. It makes sense. There's a bunch of factors leading up to the weekend that should make it happen. And if it happens before then, it'll be a great surprise for everybody. But the banks do think this is it. They had people in all weekend. Again, they realign their systems. They're ready for this to go and get started. Yeah.
Okay.
The budget itself is out there. I have a copy of it. I probably received 6 copies of it, and I'm saying thank you to everybody who sent me the first page and that, and the actual entire budget is out there. I have it. It's 37 pages. It's in Arabic. You got to get it transferred over. But maybe somebody will put a link in the forum or something. And are you in the forum?
No, I came in listening after the fact of the forum. But I do, I am allowed to at least go on when you guys put announcements out there. I can go see the announcements.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if Ray's really crazy about doing that, but he'll let you know. Put it out there. But it is out there.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to tell you. Because I don't have the
I have
site.
a program
They will
phone,
convert it over?
Yeah, it converts it right away on my phone and on my computer at home. So that's not a problem. As long as I know where to go to look, then that's not a problem.
Okay.
But those are my 2 questions. So, I mean, you got my number?
Oh, yeah, you know what? Maybe that'll work.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Here we go. Parliament.iq. That's where you want to go to. Parliament.iq. Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Let me know if you see something in there. All right. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. You guys have a good day.
All right.
Okay, now.
All right. Hey,
610.
Claudia, you better watch your language. Because I'll tell on you. Okay, go ahead.
All right. 610, you're on.
Hey, good afternoon, Ray, and good morning, Tony. It's G-Man in PA.
Hey, sir.
Hey.
Well, it's another.
How are you?
I'm doing super fantastic, Tony, and it's another dynamite day here in the USA, ladies and gentlemen. And for all of you who are new to the call and all of you who didn't know, all these calls and all the means of communication that Ray and Tony use to keep us informed need to be paid for. And in order to keep this information superstation on the air, donations are needed. You can help by going to www.TNTSUPERFANTASTIC.com, clicking on that red donate button, and when you do, the name and address will come up to where you can send your check or money order made payable to Raymond Renfrow, P.O. Box 1748, Elm City, that's just like the tree, Elm City, North Carolina, 27822. And for those of you who would like to donate electronically, the Cash App is available on the donation page. And if you're already familiar with and utilizing the Cash App, you can go to $TNT SuperFantastic, and you'll be able to make your donation electronically. Remember to do it today, ladies and gentlemen. You'll be very, very glad that you did. And again, Tony and Ray, thank you for all you continue to do for us out here in the currency community. Thank you to both of your families for sharing you with us. Thank you to those 13 task force members still out there, making sure that the bankers and meeting facilities will be available for us post-RV. And I'll close out with Vegas, Vegas, Vegas. Verification, negotiation, diversification, protect your principal, and rally, rally, rally. So I can come join you and enjoy some of that good home-style North Carolina barbecue. Thank you, gentlemen. Make it a dynamite day.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Tony.
All
Okay.
right, 301.
Hey, hold on for a second, right?
Hold up, 301.
Let me clean this up real quick. So, actually, Claudia sent me a text, just so you guys won't think it's nothing bad. And she said, "Yo, cigar smoking, scotch drinking behind Nita's sermon every time you talk to your big sister." That's what I was talking about. I told her to watch your language. You're talking about my behind. But go ahead.
Okay, 301.
Okay.
301.
Nope.
Go on.
Did we just do? Oh, that was 601.
Okay, 214. You're on. 214, Erica? Yes.
Hello?
Oh, let's go. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
I'm super fantastic.
Sir, to the nth degree.
That's great.
Yourself?
I'm good. I was wondering about the article that came out about the IMF being upset with Iraq not putting in the reform in the budget. Why do you think Iraq did that, Tony? Became non-compliant with the standby agreement.
I did see the article, and actually it came out today. Again, it was mentioned in two articles, and it came out Friday when they were talking about taking the budget to court because it didn't give the people the raises that they need or put the money where they wanted at. I'm not sure that it's a real thing and not just a distraction.
Oh, so it may not be true, is what you're thinking.
Yeah.
True article.
Right now, they've been playing these little games because this is what we do now. We've known the rate for over a week now, longer than that. We've known Naya, based on my guy over there, that the budget was signed and sent, and we know it's just been sitting there. We know the CBI had plans for this to go for the last 2 weekends, or since the budget has been signed, when it went on. If there was a real issue, there'd be a real issue, and that would have never been recorded if it was a real issue, because they brought it up before it was recorded.
So you don't think
That's
it would
my
have been
opinion.
recorded? That's your opinion, that it would have been recorded if it was a
No, because they wouldn't have gotten any of the money. The loans wouldn't be released. A whole lot of things. They were going against the plan. Now, they tried to go against the plan before, and it didn't go through, and they had to go back. So why would this time be any different?
So why do you think the rate wasn't in there this time? Or is it there and we just can't see it?
Well, I know it's there. I know they've been using it already. And no, they didn't make the announcement on Monday morning. But I do feel they're going to make the announcement this week.
This week.
If you're not waiting on the ministers. And I'm going based on the banks. They're really excited about this time. And the fact that they've had the rate now for over 2 weeks. And it's been locked in. So they know they have a live rate.
And the rate that you're seeing for the Zimbabwe is just 2 cents?
Well, no, I'm using the actual rate on Forex. So, and saying if you use that rate and you put in the 100 trillion note, take off the 6 zeros, it comes out to $2 million per note. And, of course, if you leave the 6 zeros up there, it's much more. We just don't know what's going to happen, though.
Right. I'm just thinking I don't see how they would have their currency less than the rand or the dollar for their country to want to even use it.
Well, again, their whole goal, and it was during the last administration, was to make it equal to the dollar. It was supposed to take 18 months to do that, though. This new government wants to bring it out equal to the dollar, and you know it's not, because their people will only use the dollar. They don't want to use it. So he's trying to convince them it's just as good as a dollar, and they're saying, no, it's not. So something's going to have to happen.
Only question really about Iraq. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
All right.
Okay, thank you. 718, area code, you're on.
718? 718-251? Are you there, 718?
No, they're in the break room right now. You hear all those people talking?
All right, 443, you are on. Just 443. The first car pulled in on the far side. 677.
Well, somebody's in the break room. So we don't need them, whoever it is.
Go to 509.
Is that me?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. And you?
I'm super fantastic every day.
How about you, Ray?
Fantabulous, sir, to the nth degree.
That's good to hear.
Good.
I know I keep asking the same question, but have they released the lower denoms yet in Iraq?
They have not.
So do you think that when they actually do revalue their currency, that's when they're going to do it, or right before?
I think when they actually make the announcement about their revalued currency in the street, they're going to release the lower denoms.
Okay. So we're not looking for that. Because that'll happen.
I am looking for it. Because it'll happen at the same time. Yes, I am.
I've always been looking for it, but
That's right.
I know if it was going to happen after we already get to go to the bank or at the same time.
No, it can happen at the same time because they have enough people on the electronic system now. And all they got to do is change the rate, flip of a switch, and everybody's bank account and everything else will change based on that new rate. And they can do that because everybody has a debit card. They can go do it. Then people can go to the bank or the ATM and actually get currency at the lower rates because the ATMs are already loaded. Get their card in, and you start getting their dollars out. They do transactions, start getting their fills and things. So, yeah.
Okay, well.
It'll happen at the same time.
So, even if we don't hear that it's happened here, if that happens there, we know it's going that day, right?
Yes. When it happens there, we're going to know it's going that day. And we're going to know it, through the banking system here, or something else, or, Tisha's going to call me at 1 a.m. or something and say, guess what I just read? And we'll blast it out and everybody will know it.
Okay, this thing that happened with Wells Fargo and what that other lady said, do you think it had something to do with this going to be going live? Is their systems being updated and all that?
That's what we were hearing it was. Wells Fargo is the base. They updated their systems first, and on Saturday, other banks data theirs to align with it. Supposedly, a weekend, it was all done. Even this morning, banks are saying this week. I mean, they're a little bit more specific than that. But I'm just telling you this week.
Okay. Well, then we should be very excited.
Yes, we should. Very excited.
We've been waiting a long time. I have anyway. I know that there's some people who haven't, and they're sure lucky that they got in right at the last minute. But I've been waiting a long time.
And they should give half of theirs back, huh?
Huh?
I said they should give half of theirs back. Because they didn't have to go through what we went through. So.
I know. Yeah, but I'm happy that they did get involved, so that's great. All right, well, that's all I wanted to know. Thank you. You guys have a good
thank you, ma'am.
Hope we hear from you today or tomorrow, and you'll tweet it out, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All righty.
I'm ready.
Bye-bye.
Thank
all
you.
Right, I'm ready.
702, you are on. 702 area code.
Hi, Ray. Hi, Tony.
Hi.
Hi.
Man, it's been a struggle getting on this call. I am so grateful for everything you guys do, but I have some hard questions. Tony, you have said that you talk to the bank all the time, the bank people. Who are the bank people? Are they bank presidents? Are they really high up in the banking industry? The banksters, the bad guys. I mean, who is the bank that you talk to?
The bad guys.
You know what I'm talking about. Everyone said, the banks are they don't exactly have a glowing, reputation.
Reputation?
Yeah.
Okay. So I talk to regional people at the regional levels, and I also talk to people at the bank level, and I mean at the branch level, who are there.
Okay.
People who are involved in the exchanges, or instructing the exchanges, and people who are in the branches and having to tell their people and do their schedules.
So are regional bankers and bank branch level people talking with the Treasury? That's
They're
a whole nother level.
Talking with, that's a whole nother level. And they're talking with that level who is giving them instructions from the Treasury, or who is giving them memos on what they're supposed to be doing.
Okay. So they have received notification from the Treasury that this week is viable. That's why they're excited. I'm just clarifying.
Okay. So what will happen is a regional director or a branch manager or some other system will get a memo, or they will attend a meeting, and this is what they're told. This is our next window. This is the rate. This is what we're looking at. So this will go live. That's the information that they will then pass all the way down to where it needs to go. So the whole bank is there together.
And they got a memo.
They're not going
for
to
this week?
Get on. Well, they got something for this week. They had a meeting. They're in the system, and that's where their window is at. And they didn't get a week. They got a 48-hour window. I'm just not giving it to you.
Okay. We can count.
Well, I didn't say 48 hours from today. I said their window is 48 hours. Which could be Wednesday through Thursday.
Okay. Well, we appreciate it. I say, okay, so I have a Treasury contact, and I've talked to them over the last month or so. And back when we were waiting on Iraq and the ministers to be chosen, they said it was a banking issue with China. And that was not having to do with Iraq. Now, since then, I've spoke to them, and they have said that it is deadly quiet, very quiet, and that there's not a whole lot of discussion going on whether or not that's been cleared up or not. I don't know if it has anything to do with Trump going to China to do the trade deals. What do you think?
I think it has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
We can't link everything to the RV.
Okay. So if every single time we think it's going to go, my Treasury people say, no, it's not, and it doesn't. So I get a little nervous when we're all out here going, oh, it's getting ready to go again, and they're like, no, it's quieter than a mouse over here. So I get a little bit like, oh, goodness, I hope this is not, true. But I wanted to ask you, when you say that 1182 was posted in the budget, can you explain to me what 1182, 1192 mean? I don't know how that calculates out to a rate. What do those numbers mean?
Okay, first of all, let's get back to the Treasury and everybody else. The easiest thing to do, guys, is to always say it's not happening. Because everybody can say that a million times because they're only going to be wrong once. And that is the time when it does happen, and then nobody cares. But until then, they can just keep saying it's not happening, it's not. See, told you, and don't have a clue. Not just your Treasury guy, but I'm saying because there's other people out there just like that. That makes them look like they know something when they don't really know anything. So, besides that part, and your Treasury guy could very well know because the Treasury is involved in it. 1182 is how many dinar it takes to equal $1. It's the rate.
Oh, okay. It's what they're selling it for right now. Okay.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter that the last budget they passed had the same kind of rate in it and nothing happened. It doesn't tell us that, okay, this thing isn't ready to go.
We wanted to see a different rate actually in the budget, a new rate, but it matters because they use it, but it matters because the volume they're using. If it's more than 8 countries, where is that going to come from?
Right. But they've
doing
things
something
before.
Different. Yeah.
They've done things before, and nothing ever happens. Like last year, we thought, okay, once they posted the budget, the rate's going to be in there, and we're all going to see this go. And then the rate came out like this, and nothing happened. Is that, you think that's a possibility again?
Anything is possible until it happens.
True.
That's not the current plan, but anything is possible. Maliki could do something tomorrow. I don't know. We could do something tomorrow and hold up the whole thing and have to go through it. So until it actually goes through. Now, what we're looking at here, though, again, is the rate, the amount of the budget itself. They don't have the money without doing the RV. The fact that the money is coming from other countries that pledged it, that won't give them until they do the RV. They won't give them that kind of money. And the fact that they said it's implemented when it becomes law, which means it's now in effect, then they need that money to do it with. Then they need to have the RV in order to get that money. The banks just realigned all their systems on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to accept all this new money and be on track. And they have a plan. So all of that is saying, and the fact that the budget is 8 times larger than 8 of the countries surrounding it, when they've been the poorest country over here, now they have more money than all 8 of them combined. It has to come from somewhere, right?
I sure hope you're right. No, the cancellation or movement of the construction investor meeting that was just supposed to happen on the 10th, and it's gotten pushed, and some people were saying it was because there was no rate change. Is that something that's significant? That it's,
well, it is, but they've had those meetings 3 times already, but they kept being promised that they were going to change the rate. We're going to change it. We're going to change it. They didn't. This time they actually did.
The fact that it was posted that these meetings were pushed out till summer, does that mean this possibly could be pushed out to that length as well?
No, I think what they're doing is going to use the construction money that was already committed, and they're going to watch the country develop over these next couple of months, and then do it if it's pushed out to summer.
Okay.
We're not going to wait until summer for the RV.
Okay.
The people wouldn't stand for it. They've been told. I mean, the whole country be. How do they operate now if they're doing what they're doing with this budget, and they don't have any money for another 4 or 5 months? Where does it come from?
Well, you're not big on having guests on your call. I know you had one time you had a gentleman on that had exchanged or had some kind of banking activity, and you couldn't get him back on the following week, and never heard from him again. But and you used to have DC on. Would you ever bring, in total, and they wouldn't disclose who they are, but bring someone on the banking side that could talk to what they're going through or what they're experiencing, so we could hear that?
Someone who runs the exchange center, or someone who is seeing it on
the elusive
bank
exchange centers. Yes, the elusive exchange centers. That would be amazing to hear from somebody that actually knows firsthand. Yes, we do exist. Yes, I can't disclose my name, but we do exist. Just something from the bank side. Would you ever consider doing that?
You know what? So we have a guy who ran the exchange center. I almost told you exactly where it is. But he actually got fired for giving us information. He did.
Oh. But did you disclose who he was?
Oh, no. They tracked him through my call.
Oh.
Anyway, he actually got fired behind it. Which you don't care, because he has enough currency that, it didn't bother him. But if you guys want to know exactly how the training was set up and what they did and what they continue to do, now, he continues to have people there. I'm just trying to think if he would do that. Or any of our current people, I wouldn't want to risk them like that. And I'm sure they wouldn't either. Because they'll be scared somebody will recognize their voice or something.
Well, I appreciate it. But I've talked to you before about you talking to your Treasury contact, and you said you don't talk to him very often. When's the last time you talked to somebody at the Treasury, or do you still have a Treasury contact?
No, we usually use our committee members. We had a direct contact. How long you been doing this?
9 years.
9 years. Okay. So
9 years.
You remember back when? Let me see. Anyway, yes, we had a direct Treasury contact, and he got pulled over to Secret Service and took his phone, did everything else, and went to his house. But they never fired him. That's what they didn't do.
Well, I wouldn't ever ask you to bring a person on from the Treasury on the call, but I mean, I was wondering, do you ever get information from a Treasury contact or no?
No.
Okay.
Because they now are doing what you guys might not understand is using what's called cutouts.
What is
that? Are you
that?
familiar with that?
No. What is that?
That is just a third party.
Oh. So they're sending in drones.
Well, basically, with what they do, see, I mean, they call them cutouts, but yeah, there's somebody I can hide behind.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you very, very much. I really do hope it goes this week. We have a lot of people that need a lot of taking care of. So we appreciate everything you guys do. Thank you so much.
All right, you too. We're close, guys.
I hope so.
Right.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay. All right.
All right. Bye-bye. 559, area code. You're on.
Hello?
Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, I'm in the gym. Let me walk out really quick. Otherwise, you're going to be hearing a whole lot of, you're walking to the meditation room. Alexa, turn off. Oh, I wonder how many Alexas I just turned off. Oh, my God.
Alexa, turn back on. Wait, Alexa couldn't hear me? Look, okay, good.
Oh, my gosh, I can't believe I'm actually talking to Tony in a way.
Ooh,
when he's
all right.
this so long, I can hear my heart beating right now.
Me too.
I won't ask you guys how you are, because Tony, I know you're super fantastic, and Ray, you're fabulous to the nth degree. Yes?
Fantabulous, sir, to the nth degree. Yes.
Okay, I was close. Okay, well, I don't have a question because I've been doing this for like 5 years, and I think we've been through like every scenario possible, right? So
yes.
I don't have to get ready. I'm ready. So, by the way, I'm just waiting for the RV. Great song, by the way, ever who made your song for you. They did a really good job.
And actually, he was a pastor. Well, he still is a pastor, but anyway. Good.
Nice work. So,
yeah.
Okay, so actually what I'm calling about is, don't you think that us as TNT Dinarians, that we should have our own universal hand sign? That we
hand sign?
Yeah, that way we could recognize other brother and sister Dinarians.
Oh, great idea.
I know you guys all know each other, but I would like to know if there's some TNT Dinarians in my city. So wouldn't it be cool if we did that?
I know, but what would we do? Just go around throwing up hand signals, seeing who reacts?
What?
I said, what do we do? Just walk around throwing up hand signals and see who reacts?
No, we could actually do like the alphabet in sign language. Like we could do like a TNT, and it's kind of discreet. So, like if we were doing it and somebody wasn't a Dinarian, they wouldn't just like we were moving our hand or something. So, what? Can I show you how to do a T? Can I tell you how to do a T?
Yeah, because I always wanted my own gang sign. But go ahead.
It's a classic, right? So put your hand up with your palm facing you, and then make a fist. Put your thumb between your first finger and your middle finger. That's a T. And then to do an N, you just move your thumb between your middle finger and your ring finger. So see, and then go back to T. So T and T. So be discreet. What do you think? Or maybe some other color.
I'm gonna start doing it today.
Nice. Okay, I'm excited. So, all right. So we have our own universal TNT sign.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
Sweet. Nice. So, all right. Well, I'm excited. I think it's going to happen. I have this great feeling. Like all these other times it's supposed to happen, I just never really felt it. But this time, it's happening. It's on.
Okay. You're in Las Vegas?
No. Colorado, actually. The 559 is Visalia. But I'm in Colorado. In fact, I always thought I'd make it down to smoke a cigar with you, Tone. I used to work at the state capitol in Sacramento. But I've never actually
How long
met
ago
it.
was that?
Well, I moved to Visalia after that, so that was before I knew about Dinar. That was back in 2000, 2001 probably.
Okay. We I would say they got the Brian Pass right across the street from the Capitol.
Oh yeah.
I smoked there sometimes. Yeah. So. Well,
Yeah,
I sure hope. I mean, Hayden, I missed you. I look forward to seeing you, and fill up that song. Okay.
Awesome. Well, I'm like 404. I'm like looking forward to the Pay It Forward 10 days out. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So, yay. So, well,
all right.
Someday,
we'll make it happen.
Someday I'll meet you guys. I'll be the lady.
All right.
Hand signals.
All
right.
I'm going to be looking for it all day now. I'm going to see if anybody's throwing it up. Okay.
Well, maybe some other callers have a better hand signal, but anyway, that was just my thought. Anyway, thank you. I'm so grateful for you guys.
Okay. Me too. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
All right, so love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, bye. Get that heartbeat under control.
All right, 360. We can squeeze you in.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Hi, I'm fantastic.
Wow, I'm glad to know that we're now TNT gang. I'll bet we're bigger than both the Crips and the Bloods put together.
Yes, we are.
Well, at least we know we're going to do good, huh?
That's right.
Hey, that's one good thing.
Yeah, serious. I liked your idea. Well, I'll keep it short this morning. I just have a couple of calls for you. I wanted to just double check. I seem to have gotten dropped out from the notifications again on the TNT notifications of the calls. How do I get signed back into that, if you could help me with that?
That's a Ray question.
Hi, Ray. Can you help me with this?
Text to 40404.
Okay.
And the message should say, in all capital letters, follow @ THE _ TNT _ TEAM.
Okay, so 40404, all in capitals, follow, space, @ the THE _ TNT _ team.
Got it.
Great. Thank you so much. Okay. Next question is, I know that you mentioned earlier the IQD is going to go, the VND is going to go, the ZIM we're still hoping will go. And did you say the Rupiah, is that the Indonesian Rupiah? The IDR?
Yes.
Okay. Do we know roughly what that's going to go for? Or have we heard anything on that? I haven't heard a rate in a long time.
You haven't been on the call in a long time then, right?
No, I have been. I just don't recall hearing anything about it. Did I miss it? Obviously I did.
Somewhere between $1.08 and $1.25.
Oh, that's great.
Different figures, but that's been the most consistent. 108, 125.
Oh, great. Okay, thank you kindly. That's good to know because
yes,
I have a little of all four of those. So, and also I got one of the other questions was what address, and I know we got the donation address and it's on the website, so I'm good there. I think that's. Oh no, there's one other question. Has the amount for qualified investors changed at all recently?
No, with Dodd-Frank Act, it was set at $10 million.
Okay, great. All right, guys, you've answered all my questions and pretty much brought me up to date. I, as the previous many callers on this call and all others, am very grateful for all you do for us. Thank you for answering our questions and your patience and your faithfulness. I'm so grateful. I just can't express it.
Okay.
God bless you
All
both.
right. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sending a check today.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Bye-bye now.
All right.
All right, sir. It's a wrap up time.
Okay. All right, guys. What we're waiting for has occurred. Again, the budget is done. It's no longer an excuse. So all we need is the next step. I can tell you it's not anything Iraq needs to do because they've done what they need to do, besides make the announcement. The banks, the whole world, our contractor over there, everybody is expecting something to happen this week. Somewhere between now and the 15th. That's what we're expecting to happen. If it changes, they get a new date, anything before our next call, we'll just tweet it out to the world. Let everybody know. So if not, hopefully it'll just be an RV tweet. So be excited. Be ready. The rate's been sitting there live for 2 weeks. It has to go sooner or later, and we're looking for sooner. Enjoy the rest of your day, because I'm going to sure enjoy mine. But I'm ready, so I don't have to get ready. I am ready to go to the bank. All right, Ray?
All right, folks, that's going to do it for this marvelous Monday. And we'll see what happens between now and Wednesday. We'll keep you updated. Keep believing. We sure do.
This keeps me going.